The last person to see American teenager Natalee Holloway alive in Aruba is due to face a judge today in Birmingham, Alabama. His name is Joran van Sloot. He was brought there yesterday from a prison in Peru where he's serving 28 years for murdering a woman back in 2010. Now, he is not charged with killing Natalee Holloway, who was declared dead several years ago. Instead, he's accused of trying to profit from her disappearance. Janet Shamlian is in Birmingham with more on this story. Janet, good morning to you. I'll never forget this case.
It's been a long time, Gayle. Good morning to you. This is the courthouse where we are expecting to see Joran van Sloot later this morning after he lost a last-minute appeal fighting his transfer here to the United States. Now, the charges that he's going to face here are not related to the death of Natalee Holloway, but rather for allegedly trying to extort money from her family.
Joran van Sloot, flanked by federal agents, arrived in Birmingham, Alabama Thursday, the city Natalee Holloway called home. He was the last person to see the teen alive before she disappeared on the island of Aruba during a 2005 high school graduation trip. The case attracted international attention. Van Sloot was twice arrested, but never charged. He's long maintained his innocence. Then, in 2010, a federal grand jury indicted the Dutch national, accusing him of trying to extort $250,000 from Holloway's family in exchange for details about the location of Natalee's body. The information was false.
Mr. Holloway's concern is he wants the truth.
Mark White represents Natalee's father, Dave Holloway.
These are not murder charges.
No.
So can it be justice?
It can be accountability and perhaps maybe opportunity for the truth to finally come out. We'll just have to see what happens.
Van Sloot was seen smiling as armed police escorted him from a Lima prison early Thursday. Peru agreed to extradite the 35-year-old to the U.S., even though he's still serving a 28-year sentence for the 2010 murder of 21-year-old Stephanie Flores. Theodore Simon is an expert on extraditions.
The government is acting now in an effort to avoid lost evidence, frayed memories, or as yet to determine variables and certainties that could complicate and/or thwart any future extradition.
Holloway's father, in a statement last month, said, "While nothing can change our painful reality, it is my deep hope that he will finally speak the truth that we have searched for over the last 18 years.
How has he dealt with this over the past years?
For all of them, it has been a living nightmare. It never goes away, it never heals, it never even scars. It just remains an open wound.
If convicted, van Sloot faces up to 20 years in prison, but he would have to serve that time after he finishes his murder sentence in Peru. He's currently scheduled to be released from that country in the year 2038. Vlad?
Janet, thank you very much. You know, I keep thinking about the parents in the open wound, and
Yes.
it may not be justice, but just getting the truth.
But just to get something, and the reason why this story resonates with so many, here's Natalee Holloway, young, attractive, a senior in high school, going on her last trip before going off to college, disappearing that night. Joran was the last person to see her. I always think about Beth Holloway during this moment, and Dave Holloway too, the pain that they must be going through. So anything that they get any kind of answer, I think would be helpful in this case.
It's unimaginable after 18 years.
It really is.
Still going through.
It really is.